Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Video in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of Madden 24. That is right, Madden 24 cycle has begun, and it's a tradition here on the channel the past couple of years to start a Madden 24 or a Madden cycle with a video of this caliber. We are going to be taking the rookie class from 2023, putting them on a team together, and seeing if they can win a Super Bowl in about 3 seasons. So, hope you guys are excited. We'll get into the team in a second. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're excited for more Madden 24 content, and let's get into the video. Hit that subscribe button, join the Juice Club. Let's take a look at the team. We are the Carolina Panthers because they had Bryce Young, so I might as well just give them the rest of the team. But here we are. Look at all these hidden developments. We've got ourselves our quarterbacks. Let's not waste any time with anybody else. We're focusing on the quarterbacks first. So we've got Bryce Young, obviously former Heisman winner, #1 overall pick out of Alabama. Hidden development quarterback, 74 overall. He's probably going to be the starter for year #1 only because he's a higher overall than CJ Stroud, who is the next quarterback on the list from the Ohio State University. You love to see it. It'll be an interesting battle to see who takes over who develops quicker. That's going to be an interesting little challenge there. And then our third quarterback is Mr. AR, Anthony Richardson out of Florida. The third quarterback taken off the board by the Indianapolis Colts. He's got some good numbers as well. 95 throw power, 91 speed, 92 excel, 88 agility. If I drafted a quarterback like this in just a regular random draft class, I'd be super excited about it. I'd be saying that we've got ourselves the quarterback of the future. 6'4", 244. That man's a dog. Then we go to the running backs. We've got ourselves Bijan Robinson, who is just phenomenal at everything. I mean, look at these numbers. Look at these attributes. These are fantastic numbers. He's great at everything. He's going to be our starting running back. The backups to him, we've got Jahmyr Gibbs, and the reason why Jahmyr Gibbs, his development trait is showing is because during the preseason he had like a rookie standout or something like that, and he got bumped up to superstar development. So that's why his development trait is showing. He had star. So he'll have star in your franchises at the beginning too. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a face scan, which kind of sucks, but he's got some good attributes as well. He's got 94 speed, 93 excel, 92 agility. He's got some good stuff. I think he's a little bit of a better pass catcher than Bijan. I'm not 100% sure about that. Then we've got a guy that I'm not really too familiar with, Devin Shane. I don't know how to, if it's a sh or a ka. I don't know. I apologize. But he's here as well. He made it on the team. Congratulations to him. He's got some good attributes as well. And then we should have one other guy. It's Tank Bigsby. Big Tank out of Auburn. And I love that his little portrait picture is him with a beanie on. That just that makes me happy. So those are our running backs. Wide receivers. This class wasn't as stacked of a wide receiver core in terms of just like big names as last year's was, with like Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave and all those kind of names, Drake London, all those guys. But this one, you've got yourself Jackson Smith and Jigba, JSN from the Ohio State University. Too bad he doesn't have a face scan. I don't know why he wouldn't have a face scan. He's one of the top picks in the draft. Well, I mean, he went lower in the draft, but still, he's one of the first-round picks. He should have a face. Every first-round pick should have a face scan, basically. But he's got some good numbers, 89 speed, 81 acceleration, 87 catching. His catching numbers in general, his route running stuff is really, really good. So Jack Smith the Jig is going to be a stud for us. Then we've got Zay Flowers, who is our #2 receiver out of Boston College. He's got himself a face scan. Why can't Jackson Smith and Jigba get a face scan? I don't understand it. I don't understand the audacity to not give Jackson Smith and Jigba a face scan. Jordan Addison is here. He doesn't have a face scan, but he is fast. We know he's fast. He got pulled over because he's so fast. 89 speed, 91 acceleration. Good player out of USC. We have a little bit of a history with Jordan Addison ourselves. Then we've got Marvin Mims, and we've got Jaden Reed from Meat Chicken State. So that is our wide receiver core. Our tight end core, we've got Dalton Kincaid from Stanford? No, Utah. Dalton Kincaid is from Utah. He looks like a really good pass-catching tight end. Can't really block too well, which is kind of concerning because I don't think Michael Mayer can block either, and he's our second tight end. I did think that coming out of the draft, Michael Mayer was the best tight end, but that's just me. He can't block really at all either. What about Sam Laporta? He's our third tight end. Can he block at all, or are we just going to not be able to block with the tight ends? That could hurt us a little bit. There's Sam Laporta. He can't block. He's the worst one of the three. That's not good. That is not good at all. All right, but then we get to the offensive line. We got Paris Johnson Jr. filling out the right tackle spot, so congratulations to him for getting that spot. Then we've got ourselves... actually, he's filling out left tackle spot, but he's a right tackle in general. Then we've got ourselves Broderick Jones from Georgia. He's our true left tackle, but he's not a high enough overall, so that's why Paris Johnson's going to be starting over there. We've also got Peter Skoronski, who a lot of people thought was the best offensive lineman in the entire draft out of Northwestern. Yikes, Northwestern. But Peter Skoronski is on the team as well. We've got what a legend this man is, Cody Mauch. Oh, you got to give him at least his hair. I don't care if he's got a face scan or not, but just give him his hair. 24-year-old rookie out of North Dakota State. 24-year-old rookie's kind of scary, but hey, it is what it is. He's not probably going to ever matter too much. Then we've got, is it John Michael Schmidt? Yeah, John Michael Schmitz from Minnesota, drafted by the Giants. That is our starting center. This offensive line is going to take a while to develop, that is for sure. We've also got Luke Whippler out of the Ohio State University. Then we've got, is it Matrice? Or no, it's Matthew. Who was I was thinking of Patrice Bergeron, the hockey player. That's great. Matthew Bergeron from Syracuse, the Cuse. He's got some good numbers as well. He'll take a little bit to develop because he's only a 71 overall. And then our right tackle will be, I think the Bears took this guy, Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. You're the only 10 that I see. He's got really good strength, 78 pass block. He's got some good numbers. He looks like a good player. That's why Paris Johnson's over on the left side, so that Wright could play the he could play the right side. That's funny. That's our offense. That is what we've got working with here as the rookie offense. Going to the defense. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see the hidden developments. We've got your notable standouts. We've got ourselves Will Anderson Jr., one of the best players coming out of the draft. He's got himself a face scan, and he looks imposing. 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 85 agility. His pursuit's amazing. His hit power's great. His block shed isn't amazing, but it can certainly develop. His finesse moves are good. Will Anderson Jr. is going to be a stud like we assume that he can be in real life. Then we've got over on the other side, we've got Will McDonald IV, drafted by the Jets from Iowa State. Also super old rookie, 24 years old, 87 acceleration, 88 agility. His finesse moves are okay, but his block shed and power moves aren't great, so he's going to take a little bit more time to develop. He's going to be a little bit more raw of a prospect. And then we've got Jalen Carter, who's just a speed demon. He didn't get a face scan? Maybe because he got arrested or something. I don't think he actually got arrested. He was just drag racing. Georgia players need to learn how to drive, basically, is what I'm saying. 94 strength, 79 block sheds, 79 power moves, 81 speed, 80 acceleration. He's got great secondary attributes as well. Jalen Carter is going to develop into an absolute monster, that is for sure. So those are kind of the main guys on the defensive line that we have. We've also got Brian Breesy, or Brees. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize. I never knew how to pronounce his name until I start hearing it consistently on the broadcast or something, or in YouTubers saying it. Like, I'll trust if Bengals says it, if Bengals, because he's always pronouncing names right. So once he says it, then I'll learn how to say it. But that does not look like Brian Brees at all. For now, I'm going to call him Brian Brees, though. He's a good backup D tackle, good player. Like to see it. So that is our defensive line. We've also got Miles Murphy, the Bengals drafted him, and we've got my favorite player, Keon White, from the Patriots, 24-year-old rookie, mean mugging. He even mean mugged his profile picture, his portrait. That's how much of a dog he is. Look at this, man. He mean mugged the picture. Look at this dude. I know that you're not supposed to smile really unless you're super happy to be there. Like nobody's really smiling in these pictures, but this is the future of the New England Patriots right here. Keon White mean mugging the profile pictures. Amazing. We've also got Cansey here, Kalijah Cansey from Piet. He's on the team as well. And then we move to the linebackers. Our linebacking core, we've got Tyree Wilson, we've got Nolan Smith Jr., we've got Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders, Luke Van Ness, BJ Ojulari. We've got ourselves some pretty good studs here on the linebacking core who can also play a little bit of pass rush if we need them to. I mean, Tyree Wilson could develop into a nice edge rusher. Maybe we even move him up down to the defensive line and we move Will McDonald up or move Will Anderson Jr. up. I don't know. That could be a bunch of different possibilities. Nolan Smith Jr., he didn't really play in the national championship game because I think he got hurt. I think his leg was hurt or something. Maybe he did something. But he was injured towards the end of last year. And then we've got Jack Campbell, who got drafted way too high out of Iowa by the Lions. But he's a good player. He's very solid, Mike linebacker, somebody you can trust, sneaky athletic, let you date your daughter, lunch pail type of guy. Then we got the corners. Devin Witherspoon was the first cornerback taken, I'm pretty sure, by the Seahawks at like pick 6, I think, or something like that. Out of Illinois, this man was a menace to society. I trust me. I watched his game against the Buckeyes. He is a dog. 91 speed, 78 man coverage. He's got great awareness. He's got great stuff around him. He's just an all-around pretty good young corner. We've also got my favorite corner, Christian Gonzalez, baby. Value pick by the Patriots. Oh, you got to give this man a face scan. EA, I know you're watching this video, the head brass at EA. Give my man Christian Gonzalez a face scan. Doing him dirty like that. 93 speed, 93 acceleration, good coverage stats as well. He's going to be a good backup corner. We've also got ourselves Joey Porter Jr. We've got Emmanuel Forbes. We've got, is it Julian Brents? Is that what his name is? Julius Brents from Kansas State. So he's here as well. Those are the corners. And then the safeties, we've got ourselves Brian Branch out of Alabama. 21-year-old rookie, hits really hard. He's got 86 hit power, 93 acceleration, 86 speed. He's your typical strong safety. He's not going to cover very well. He's just going to hit you. He's going to hit you really, really hard. That's what we have him for. And then on the free safety side of things, we've got ourselves Jartavius Martin, also from Illinois. They had a good secondary, it looks like. 98 acceleration with the momentum boost, or the morale boost. He looks like a good safety as well. So that is what our team looks like, all rookies. And we're going to see if in 3 seasons, this rookie team can win a Super Bowl. So far, none of the rookie teams over the years have been able to do that. But we'll find out. Let's simulate to the end of season 1 and see if we can do it. Look at the boys go. We are at the end of season number 1 in the playoffs because the all-rookie squad just got ourselves to the playoffs in the wild card. Yes, we are probably one of the lower seeds in the entire playoffs, but hey, we're here and we're chilling. I cannot believe it. The rookie team in year number 1, a team full of rookies. We know what their development traits are now, at least the starters. All-star across the offensive line, kind of upsetting, but it is what it is. Superstar for Bryce Young, superstar for Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, but we knew what Jahmyr Gibbs was. Jackson Smith and Jigba with star on the defense. Wow, star for everybody? That's crazy. I thought Jalen Carter and Will Anderson Jr. for sure would have superstar, but whatever. It is what it is, my guys. It is what it is. It looks like Bryce Young was the starter the entire year. No surprise there. He was the starter at the beginning, so usually unless somebody gets hurt, it's not going to change, and I didn't turn injuries on, so he was going to be the starter the entire year. CJ played a little bit, though. He had 12 yards. 3,400 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 picks for Bryce Young, 65% completion. That's a good season for Bryce, a rookie season for him. I'm going to be curious to see who wins Rookie of the Year because we have basically all the rookies. I know that we don't have every single rookie, but we have a lot of rookies, so it's going to be interesting to see who wins Rookie of the Year. I would hope both of our guys, but you never know. Bijan had 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground. Jahmyr Gibbs had a decent year, didn't get really a lot of touches, but did a lot with the touches he had. Receiving, Jack Smith and Jigba had 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Zay Flowers, 700 yards, 2 touchdowns. Addison, 600 yards, 6 touchdowns. Nobody else really did too much. Dalton Kincaid, 500 yards. Defensively, we had 110 tackles from Drew Sanders and 102 tackles from Jack Campbell. Man, the lunch pail guys, the guys that I would let date my daughter, that's crazy. They led the team in tackles. Not what I would have guessed. I would have lost some money on that. That's some real upstanding citizens right there. A sack and a half for Sanders, 3 for Campbell, 4 picks for Sanders. Sanders might win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That is a big, big question mark. Is he going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year? He might. Christian Gonzalez, 83 tackles. Devin Witherspoon had 74. Tackle for loss leader is Will Anderson Jr. with 11. Nolan Smith had 10. Sack leader is Anderson Jr. with 11. Then we had McDonald had 7. Smith had 6. Campbell 3. Carter 2. Only 2 for Carter. That's a little low for what I thought he would have. Sanders, we know, had 4. Interceptions, Brian Branch with 3. Campbell and Witherspoon with 2. And then Smith and Brents both had 1. So those are the rookie numbers for the boys. Can we make some noise in the year 1 playoffs? I have no idea. We're not gonna play the game. We're just gonna jump in and see if we can make anything happen here. We're going up against a good Niners team. Yeah, they were in the wild card too, but they are a good team and they beat us 21-14. So year number 1, we make the playoffs. We still got 2 more years to see if this team can win a Super Bowl. I don't know if we can, if we're being totally honest. I just think that we're too young, but hey, you never know. Maybe we are good enough. Maybe we are good enough. As long as we develop, I think that's going to be a big key. Because we are good, we're just super, super low overall right now. So if we get to year number 3, and these guys have had 2 full seasons plus a year of simulation in year number 3 to upgrade themselves and do all that stuff and get their overalls higher, I think we could really make some noise in the year 3 playoffs. But making the playoffs in year number 1 is a good start. And we are not going to do anything in the offseason. We're not going to sign anybody. We're not going to do anything like that because we are just keeping the team that we have. So it is Panthers, or not Panthers. We're the Panthers. It is Cowboys-Ravens in the Super Bowl because the Cowboy playbook is very overpowered in Madden. It seems like it hasn't changed, even Madden 24. And the Cowboys win. So good on them. We have a ton of money in cap room, but that's not a problem because we don't need any signings. We're going to keep these guys all the way through. So now is the big thing. Now it's time to see if we won any awards. I'm expecting to sweep the Rookie of the Year. Yes, we do. Jack Smith and Jigba and Will Anderson Jr. both win Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's awesome. That's what I wanted to see. But now, Michael Gallup was the Super Bowl MVP, by the way, and Patrick Mahomes won the regular season MVP. Now it's time to see how this team does with a full off season of development and then a full preseason of development. I'm expecting these boys to be really good. Should we keep Bryce Young as the starter? Should we keep the Panthers playbook? That's another question. That's another big question because the Panthers playbook could be a hindrance to us. So maybe, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to have CJ Stroud play year number 2. He's going to start year number 2. Then we're going to have whoever did the best play in year number 4 or year number 3, excuse me. And then that'll be the deciding factor. So I should probably then keep the Panther playbook for year number 2 just so it's a fair comparison because Bryce Young didn't get a fair shout with the Panther playbook. And I don't want to cheat him and cheat the results because if I give like the Tampa Bay playbook, then CJ Stroud's going to put up 5,000 yards. So if I do that, then that probably will mess with the results. So I'll keep the Panther playbook for year number 2. We'll move CJ Stroud to the starter. We'll see if he can do a little bit better. And then year number 3, I almost should put Anthony Richardson as the starter because that would be even cooler. So I'm just going to simulate the draft straight up because it's not a priority for us. We don't really care. We're trying to keep this rookie class. And if we draft any rookies, then that's fine. They're probably not going to play at all. But I'm not going to actually go in there and draft because it doesn't matter to us. We're trying to keep the 2023 rookie class all together. But I'm not really sure. Should I keep, or should I do all 3 seasons with the different quarterbacks like Anthony Richardson does in year number 3, or should I do CJ Stroud year number 2 and then whoever has the best season gets year number 3? Is that the way that I should do it? I don't know yet. I don't want to go to a roster. No, I don't want to go to the NFL roster. I want to go to the freaking thing. I want to go to the adjust the lineup. Why did they think that moving the adjust lineup thing from the top of the selection was a good idea? I don't know. Because now I'm just so used to clicking adjust lineup at the very top. But now I got to scroll. Okay, so let's see. We are in the preseason of year number 2. CJ Stroud is a 75. Bryce Young's a 77. But CJ will get the start over Bryce Young this season. Looks like everybody's developing. Zay Flowers actually went down to normal development. That's kind of BS. I'm going to move him back up to star. He shouldn't have gone down. He's a 1-year pro, and he had a fine season. He didn't have anything spectacular, but he didn't have anything that would warrant him going down. So we will move him back up to star development, and I'll make sure that everybody else on the defense didn't move down either. Tyree Wilson and Brian Brees did, so we'll move those guys back up. And Joey Porter, I noticed. So I'll go and move these guys up, and I will see you guys at the end of season number 2 in the playoffs, and hopefully CJ Stroud can do better than what Bryce Young did. So I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Okay, so this was supposed to be the CJ Stroud year, and we went 2-15. What happened? Why did CJ Stroud not perform like Bryce Young did? Was he still the starter the entire year? Yeah, CJ was the starter the entire year. He just didn't play well. Looks like Bryce Young's going to get the job next season, and we're going to switch playbooks to a more powerful playbook to give this team the best opportunity possible for the final season. But I don't know what CJ Stroud was doing. Why did he not play well? That's crazy. We went 2-15. We're going to have the number 1 overall pick. There's no way that we didn't have there was a worse team is what I'm trying to say. There's no way there was a worse team than us. So what did CJ Stroud do? 2,900 yards, 17 touchdowns, 11 picks. He just wasn't productive. He just wasn't throwing the ball. Maybe CJ Stroud just does not work in the Panther offense. I have no idea. Bijan didn't even get 1,000 yards. He didn't score a single touchdown on the ground. CJ had 4 on the ground, which is odd. That would never happen to Ohio State. Why did Bijan Robinson not score a single rushing touchdown? Smith and Jigga, okay, we just weren't playing. Everybody sucked, and it's not their fault. They probably played really well with the touches they got. CJ just didn't do it. That hurts my heart. That hurts my heart, CJ. The white boys got it done again with 1,000. I always do that with 100 tackle seasons. But I have no idea why CJ Stroud played so bad and allowed for us to not have any wins really, and our team sucked and the receivers didn't do much and all that stuff. I have no idea what happened there. Why were we so bad? The world may never know, but that gives Bryce Young the final season. We got one more year of simulation to see if this Panthers team can win a championship. We're going to go Chiefs playbook on offense, and we're going to go, should we go Cowboys playbook on defense? Let's see. I'm trying to think of some overpowered defensive playbooks. Maybe Bills. Bills usually have a good defensive playbook. It's actually, speaking of Bills, it's Bills-Giants in the Super Bowl. I think we should go KC playbook because that can really work to CJ Stroud or to Bryce Young's strengths. He can really slang the thing. So it was a sucky Super Bowl. It was 10-7 is the final score for this Super Bowl. But we got one more year. I'm curious to see these changes to see if they actually matter or not. So we got Kansas City playbook. So let's see. West Coast, actually, let's change it right here. So let's find Kansas City's offensive playbook. If I can. There it is. And then we'll go with Buffalo defense, and we'll see if that can make any sort of changes. We'll go with, is there a big scheme fit here? It doesn't look like anything higher than a 78. So we'll go West Coast zone run, and then looks like 3-4 under is the best defensive one. That is the best scheme fit. So we'll go with those ones, the highest scheme fits for the players. We'll see if those do anything for the final season. I hope so. I should probably take a look at the season recap, see what happened around the league. Who's the Super Bowl MVP? It is going to be Greg Rousseau. He always does well. And yeah, look at Patrick Mahomes. That's back-to-back MVPs for Patrick Mahomes. So obviously the Chiefs playbook is working in his favor. So maybe Bryce Young can have some good things. Maybe I shouldn't have taken Bryce Young out. Maybe we would have had even more development from him. I don't know. Who's to say we wouldn't have won 2 games with Bryce Young at quarterback? You never know. But what a weird drop off. We went 11 games with Bryce Young as the quarterback, and then 2 with CJ Stroud. So we're gonna go back to Bryce Young. He's gonna have all the advantages in the world. He's got all of his receivers, all of his weapons right there. They're still in their rookie deal, so they're not going anywhere. Everybody will still be star development or superstar or whatever they were. Nobody's gonna regress. And then we have all the advantages. We got Buffalo defense, Kansas City offense. We'll see if Bryce Young can take that into the playoffs again, because he's the quarterback that led us there the first year. So maybe he can do it again, and maybe we can win a Super Bowl. You never know. This team's still pretty good. We're still super young. But I think that they are going to have the best opportunity with this new playbook change and keeping keeping Bryce Young as the quarterback. I have no idea what happened with CJ. That's crazy. That is actually insane. So let's simulate the draft and move to year number 3, the final season. I wonder who the number 1 pick is going to be. I mean, it's going to be by us. I just wonder who they're gonna draft in the number 1 pick spot. I should take a quick little peek to see if he's any good. All right, let's go to draft recap real quick. Just take a little peeskies. Let's see who they drafted number 1 overall. They took a right outside linebacker. Dwight Woody is the number 1 overall pick in the draft this year. He's got hidden development. What does he have? Does he have superstar? Does he have X factor? Is he that good? He's what, a 76 overall or something? He has only star. So the number 1 overall pick has star development. That's not a good sign, but hey, he is what it is. He's a 76 overall. So if this is a normal rebuild, he'd be a pretty good starter probably in the next season. If this is like one of the 10-year rebuilds, he'd probably be a nice starter for us if we could develop into something good. And you know that pass rushers always develop into pretty good players in long-term simulations if you can get them right. I didn't want to go to that. No, I don't want to relocate the team. That's another thing. All right, let's take one final peek at the roster headed into year number 3. Can we make some improvements? We got a new playbook, both on offense and defense. Bryce Young is back at the starting position. We will see if that matters at all. C.J. Stroud's a 78, so I don't know why he played bad. But we got everybody back. Will Anderson Jr. is actually an X factor. Martin's up to a superstar. All right. We will rock with this one for the final year. See if we can make anything happen. I will see you guys at the end of year number 3. Hopefully back in the playoffs. Season 3 is wrapped up, and it just seems like Bryce Young's the GOAT. Because we went from 11-6 to 2-15 back to 11-6, and the only thing that changed was the quarterback spot. So I guess Bryce Young is just the greatest rookie quarterback of all time, because that much of a change. Now, to be fair, we did switch playbooks, but also Bryce Young was running the Panthers playbook in year number 1, and he got us to the playoffs, just like C.J. Stroud was running the Panthers playbook, and he got us to 2 wins. So Bryce Young, I guess, is just the GOAT. He is just the GOAT quarterback. We can figure that out right here. Bryce Young, if you want to get a rookie quarterback in Madden 24, go for Bryce Young, because he's going to lead your team to the playoffs. Don't go for C.J. Stroud. As much as it hurts me to say it, because I'm a Buckeye, as much as it hurts me to say it, don't go for C.J. Stroud, because he does not do anything in Madden. At least not in this 1-year simulation that we did. It looks like Bryce Young actually finished 2nd in passing yards with 4,700. It really helped changing playbooks out of the Panther playbook, because the Panther playbook is just not good for quarterbacks. But Bryce Young, 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a lot of really, really good numbers here. 71% completion percentage. He could have won MVP. I don't think he did, because I think Patrick Mahomes still did better. But he's in contention. I wouldn't say that he's not. Bijan definitely got back into the thing. He actually scored touchdowns this year. I don't know why he didn't score any. That was super strange. But he got 14 and 1,200 yards. Smith and Jigba got 1,000 yards, 1,400 actually, with 12 touchdowns. Dalton Kincaid had 969, nice, with 5 touchdowns. Zay Flowers had a good year. All right. We're getting back into the normal numbers. And Jack Campbell, 131 tackles. The Bills playbook is just insane for linebackers to get tackles. 131 tackles. Brian Branch had 86. There's Sanders with 81. Then we got Nolan Smith with 15 tackles for loss. So Will Anderson Jr. and Jalen Carter. 9.5 sacks for both McDonald and Will Anderson Jr. So Will McDonald actually stepped it up. He'd been struggling the past couple of seasons. Nolan Smith had 6.5. So did Jalen Carter. 3 for Murphy. Interception leader is Campbell and Witherspoon with 3. Branch and Porter with 2. And a couple other guys with 1. So those are your numbers for the year 3 simulation. Bryce Young is now, what, an 85? I think is what it said. Can we beat The LA Rams. I think we played the LA Rams in year number 1 and we lost to them. I'm pretty sure that's what we did, right? No, we played the 49ers in year number 1 and we lost. And speaking of the 49ers, we're playing them now in the divisional round. Christian McCaffrey's former team, he has to come back to Carolina because we are hosting this playoff game. Wait, were we the 1 seed? Hold on. I know, no, we weren't the 1 seed because we played in the wild card. 1 seed doesn't play in the wild card. Duh, I'm a loser. We were probably the number 2 seed, I would guess. But here we go, Panthers and 49ers for a trip to the NFC title game. And we lost 38-34, but hey, we got pretty darn close. And it looks like we found something out too. We found out that the 2023 rookie class could probably win a Super Bowl in the span of their rookie contract. They probably could, if they were given a little bit more time to develop. And you know what? What is their salary on? Is everybody under contract for a couple more seasons? So everybody's got 2 years left on the contract. So if we were to go the length of their contracts, they probably could end up making it to a Super Bowl at least. I don't know if they could end up winning a Super Bowl, but they could definitely get to a Super Bowl. I'd say in the span of their rookie contracts, they definitely could make it to a Super Bowl. But in 3 years, in a 3-year span, Bryce Young proved to us that he is the GOAT. He definitely did that. He proved to us that you don't want to mess with Bryce Young. You don't want to change the momentum. I probably should have stuck with Bryce Young as the quarterback all 3 years. Although, how would I have known that C.J. Stroud was going to give us 2 wins? I mean, he was literally in the same offense, same playbook, same receiver, same weapons around him, same offensive line. We didn't change literally anything. I don't know why he didn't perform, and why the entire offense just didn't perform. I have no idea. Dak Prescott actually won the MVP. A lot of Cowboys won awards. They swept the awards except for the Rookies of the Year, and they couldn't get the job done when the big game mattered. Ravens got the win. So in 3 seasons, we made the playoffs 2 out of the 3 years, both with Bryce Young as the quarterback, and we made it to the divisional round, is the farthest we made. I'd say that's pretty good for the 2023 rookie class. That's probably farther than we made it with any of the other rookie classes now that I think about it. I don't even know if we made the playoffs with any of the other rookie teams that we've done in the past couple of seasons, because I've done this with, I think, the past 3 rookie classes. This will be the 4th rookie class that I've done it with, and Bryce Young's an X factor. So is Smith and Jigba. Bergeron went up to superstar. So did Dalton Kincaid. What about on the defense? Jack Campbell's a superstar. It looks like Martin went down to star. But yeah, if you gave these guys the entirety of their rookie contracts to develop and stuff, Bijan's a freaking 96. He's a 93 normally, but he's a 96 with a morale boost. If you gave these guys the entirety of their rookie contract to develop and figure it out, I think that you could really do some damage. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys want to see me redo this with the entirety of the rookie contracts, then I certainly will think about it and maybe give it a try. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.